Imagine a time before the bustling cities, before the towering skyscrapers, before even the concept of modern civilization gripped the Philippine archipelago. This was a world unknown to many, a tapestry of rich cultures and vibrant communities long before the first Europeans set foot on its shores. Today, we embark on a journey back in time to uncover the ancestral roots of the Philippines, an era often overlooked yet brimming with stories that shaped the archipelago's identity. The history of the first peoples of the Philippines stretches as far back as 30,000 years ago, during the late Pleistocene epoch. The archipelago, then connected to other islands by land bridges, became home to various waves of migrants. These early settlers were Austronesian-speaking people, leaving a legacy that profoundly influences Filipino culture today. Imagine a time where vast rainforests and majestic mountains formed the backdrop of daily life, where communities thrived in harmony with nature's gifts. The pre-colonial Filipinos, known as the ancestors of today's indigenous communities, lived in a society structured not by formal borders or nation-states, but through small, autonomous communities. These communities, or barangays, were led by a chief known as a datu. One such forgotten figure is Datu Puti, a legendary leader of Bornean datus who, according to folklore, established communities on the island of Panay around the 13th century. Though largely forgotten now, Datu Puti's influence is said to have sown the seeds of governance and social structure among the early Filipino communities. Life in pre-colonial Philippines revolved around the rhythms of nature. The sea was both a barrier and a bridge, shaping the lives of those who settled along the coasts. These communities were skilled in seafaring. Their boats, known as balangays, navigating the vast expanse of the oceans, trading with neighbors as far as China and India. Inland inhabitants, meanwhile, were adept in agriculture. Rice terraces, carved into the mountainsides, stand as silent witnesses to their ingenuity. With no electricity to illuminate the night, their lives danced to the melody of the sun and stars, creating a profound connection with the cosmos. Imagine the attire of these early Filipinos, a fusion of function and tradition. Men often wore a kangan, a simple collarless jacket paired with a bag, a type of loincloth. Women donned baros or saya, complemented by jewelry made of gold and beads. Their clothing and adornments were not just pragmatic, but also reflected the social standing and cultural identity of the wearer. The absence of modern amenities fostered a community reliant on craft and skill. Metalworking, weaving, and pottery were both art and livelihood. These skills were passed down through generations, forming a societal fabric held together by shared knowledge and cooperative effort. Each member contributed to the community's well-being, creating a sense of unity and resilience. In contemplating this ancient way of life, one might wonder, was life better then? Without the distractions of modernity, there was a simplicity in existence, a clarity born from living alongside nature rather than apart from it. People of this era cultivated a deep respect for the earth and all its creatures, sustaining a life balance that modern society often strives to reclaim. The environment, too, was vastly different, untouched by industrial hands. Dense forests teeming with wildlife, clear rivers flowing unhindered, and a climate that shaped their days and nights. The landscape was not only a homeland, but also a source of stories and legends that explained the world around them. As we wrap up our journey into the pre-colonial history of the Philippines, let us reflect on the deep connection between these ancient peoples and the land they called home. The lives they led, the societies they built, and the legacies they left are not just points in history. They are the bedrock of modern Filipino identity. Though time and tide may have swept many names into the annals of the past, their essence remains, whispering through the winds and echoing in the heart of every Filipino. In remembering them, we honor their lives and their contributions to the narrative of the Philippine Islands.